We had a medical emergency with Ellie Mae.
Probably not going to be able to reach. I will. Just point it as much as you can. I can't go any further. Oh gosh. Disaster!
You need to drive around, loosen it up a bit.
Oh,
Alright! Well, now I guess on to the disastrous mess.
So what we're going to do first is we're going to get in the back of this trailer and we're going to start organizing it and making a little bit of piles so that way there's some open space back here for us to put all the stuff that we're throwing away. So obviously that's a big thing. There are some stuff right here that are just, it makes it look like there's a lot of stuff there, but it's really not. So we need to organize this really quick so we have room to throw stuff in this trailer, okay?
okay.
So go Tim, go. Get in there. Let's start working on that.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. There's. Which we are going There's a hole. We're going to have to patch with some big stuff. Thanks, man.
Honey, that's not nice.
What the heck is that? Oh, I know what that is now. It's a tiny little envelope. Mom, do I throw this into the big pile? That's a huge stick.
So leave that close in the back of it. Got another engine over here.
Before I go anything, I'm putting this in the tree.
Should be close to the same spot.
Found a stick bug.
Wow.
Let's go out. Pull this on. Let me look cardboard. No, never mind. Sorry. I want the stuff over there. The engine. Yeah.
So our first task for the day was going to be to organize and sort through all of this trash that's in the flatbed trailer and give us a bit more space to add more trash into the flatbed trailer. We made pretty quick work of it though. We got some black trash bags and just started filling it up with all of the loose stuff that was in there. The kids were a very, very big help to us today. As we were working though, we did notice that the hole in the flatbed trailer was getting a little bit bigger. So in the mindset of use what you got, Gary just put some cardboard down and kind of filled the hole. And then with some more of the trash that we were finding inside the trailer, Gary put some of the metal down on top of it and figured, that'll hold at least far enough for us to get down the road to the dump, right? Julia started sweeping off the tarp that we have outside and getting it prepared for us to then empty out the storage shed and put everything right there in that spot. Now that the flatbed was done, we had to start emptying out the shed, and my oh my, there was so much stuff inside there, and so much stuff that was obvious trash right away, but a lot of it we needed to set out on that tarp and get it ready for organization. We started by making just some piles of basic stuff, like here goes all of the holiday stuff, here goes all of the camping stuff, here is some of our personal sentimental like mementos, you know, stuff like that. Inside the storage garage was literally everything that we thought that we were going to want to keep when we downsized and sold our house in Arizona and moved out here to the 41.36 almost 3 years ago. Some of the stuff has made it through the storage and some of the stuff hasn't. The high humidity levels out here definitely does not play nice with storing things in like an outside type of building like this, but you know, you got to do what you got to do, and this was definitely a good temporary solution for our issue, but I'm happy that we have a better solution now. We got everything out of the little storage garage, and once we did, I went ahead and started sweeping out all of the dust and all of the dirt and stuff that kind of goes underneath the bottom of the tent and creeps in during the rainstorms. And once I got it all sweeped out, it was clean and a fresh, brand new slate for us to work with. Now that it's empty, what are you thinking, babe? You want to
start moving the camping stuff? I'll start moving the camping stuff and getting that situated back here, because that's something that we don't really use too often.
Well, seasonal, right? So, and then at least it'll all be in one spot. We know where it is when it's time for us to go camping.
We know where it is and we can use it.
Yeah, that's the hope.
So this is nice, man. We've got this whole thing cleaned out, and now we can actually utilize it as a storage shed.
And as a garage.
As a garage.
As a garage. I'm hoping to get the side-by-side parked in here. Julia's quad parked in here, and then possibly the e-bikes.
Yep. And
some camping equipment. And I think the rest of it we're going to try to put upstairs in the cabin, so that way it doesn't get moldy, the elements aren't going to get after it.
100% on that.
And that's only for like the precious keepsakes that we want to keep. And then literally like everything else, load it up inside that trailer and take it off to the dump.
Yep, because in all reality wise, we haven't used it in 2 years. Yeah. So there's some things that we want to keep, you know, 100%.
Yeah, your baby blanket.
Yeah, there's a lot of good keepsakes, you know. I know that my box, I downsized a lot before we left, so I don't think there's going to be a whole lot on my side, except for like the electronic keepsake stuff that I keep.
He's got like 3 totes full of wires.
I'm a little, I don't know. I save all the little nooks and crannies of anything and keep it, because it comes in handy.
Yeah, no, it's
but
not a bad
at the same time, we've had it for this long, and it is taking up a lot of space. And
not only that, but some of the electronics are now obsolete.
Yep.
We're not going to go back in technology, and there's already been upgrades since then. So those types of things,
there's no need to hold on to it anymore. Yeah. So we'll go through all that stuff, but this is crazy, man.
I know, it's insane how much space there is in here now. It's crazy. Well, we're gonna keep getting busy, as you guys can tell. We're sweaty Betties.
Yep.
Getting to a sweaty mess. But hey, we're making good progress on this. The day is still young.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And we're going to get this thing nice and clean. So
let's keep moving.
Let's get it going.
We're moving like madmen, let me tell you what. We were going through all of the different piles and just confirming that we had it all organized, like, okay, all the camping stuff is here, all the swimming stuff is there, and all the clothes and blankets, etc., etc. I started going through some of the buckets because we had so many blankets, and we definitely don't need to keep all of those blankets. We wanted to keep a couple of the sentimental ones, but you know, we had bags upon bags of stuff that we just definitely don't need to keep hanging on to. I did end up finding a bag of clothes that were hand-me-downs from Brittany and Kylie that I was able to go through for the girls, and they were so excited because it was like they got brand new clothes again. Gary went ahead and went through his big tangled box of wires and got that all situated, and then we started moving stuff into piles back into the storage garage, and then also set aside over by the side-by-side so that way we can then drive it over to the cabin and put it upstairs, and then also some of the stuff that's going inside the basement. So yeah, it was a lot of piling and like going back and forth and just going through stuff, but we ended up making it. Gary and the girls went ahead and started driving the side-by-side over to the basement and unloading things, and as Gary was over there, he noticed something that was very strange, and he told the girls to come and get me. It was an emergency.
Miss Ellie Mae, there's a big giant thing hanging out of her butt, and she's breathing heavy, and it's like there's a big huge thing hanging out of her butt. It almost looks like a, I don't know, like an umbilical. I can take a picture of it and send it to you. Yeah, it's like her butt, dude. Is that her intestines, Gary?
I don't know.
Just need to take her to Charlie, dude.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what's going on, but we had a medical emergency with Ellie Mae. Got her loaded up. Melanie is off. We'll figure out what's going on. But I got Julia here.
Yep.
Me and her are still cleaning and getting everything completed and organized wise. I figured I'd say, hey, I told Mel, I was like, you should probably go and deal with that. One, because I can still do a lot of the heavy lifting, and I got Julia here helping us out, doing it all going. And yeah, don't know what's going on. We'll figure it out though. We're taking her to the vet, and the vet is really good out here, so he'll be able to figure out something.
She's laying down right now.
All right, well, we got everything unloaded that needs to go into the basement. Now we need to grab everything that's going to be stored inside the cabin. I got Julia on the side-by-side driving. So why don't you go ahead and pull up, and then I'll have you turn around over by camp area, so that way you can come back. You see all these boxes right here?
Yeah.
That are next to the scaffold?
So do you want me to turn
That's
that
what we
way or
need
that way?
to load up.
Left or right?
You can go either which way. Either which way you want to go. Why don't you go to the left and go around and make up the hill. Make this loop.
Right here?
Just make the loop.
Just make the, I thought we were gonna.
We are gonna grab the box. I might as well let you drive it a little bit. You've been asking to drive the side by side.
Yeah, I know.
I'm letting you drive it. It's a big thing, and it's not a super easy thing to drive. I mean, it is, but
I've driven it before. I've driven it when we were coming back from school.
and we're gonna go that way. So turn up that hill. Turn.
I am.
You gotta turn it to the left. Let it go for it. Yeah. Watch out for that tree. We're gonna go get these boxes right here, so pull on in this way. And stop. Alright, e-brake. Pull it all the way up. You don't have to hold that, you just pull it up. And then now this, put this in neutral. There you go, turn it off. No, you don't have to hit the brake. You just...
I'm so used to the quad though, so.
No, I know.
For holding the brake and then like turning it off.
Well, let's load her up. All right, we're gonna keep on doing this, getting this thing going. We've got all of this to load up. We're loaded down. I'm gonna walk with you. Load her down. Good. Yay. That saved us a lot of time and headache.
Gary and Julia did such a good job of unloading everything and putting everything away. I was gone at the vet with Abraham and Scarlett, so it was just the two of them. But Gary told me that he had some really good conversations with Julia while they were gone, and honestly, it was really cool looking back at the footage and seeing that big smile on her face and how proud she felt as she was driving that side-by-side around the property. My great girl is growing up. But she helped her dad out a lot, and they got everything inside the cabin that we wanted to store for safekeepings. It should be perfectly fine now that it's inside the cabin. The cabin is dried in. There's no rain that gets inside the cabin during the rainy season. It doesn't get moldy in there, so all of our stuff should be very well protected now. Gary went ahead and started organizing things in piles in the cabin, and he started putting everything kind of off to the side where we're going to be building our stairs to go down into the basement, just so it's kind of out of our way for now.
Oh, thank you, baby girl.
As soon as they finished, I pulled in and was home, and Gary and I got skickly to work. We have an emergency on our hands, and sometimes the days go like this. You have to just, side skirt and take on another project because that's what life demands. And today life was demanding that we created yet again another separation area. We had some leftover T-post and some leftover wire from when we did the big fence build, so Gary started pounding in some T-post and I started unhooking the wire, and we did what we knew to do. We thought that this spot would be a perfect spot because it is close to the house and it does have shelter, and there's already existing walls there for the fence, so this would be the quickest solution for our issue with Ellie Mae. So Gary and I just, got back to work and got this little area prepared. We were using all upcycled materials, just kind of scraps that we had left around the house from the build, leftover 2x4s, and again the leftover T-posts and wire. But we made pretty quick work of it. We've done this T-post and wire type of fencing many a times before, so we knew exactly what to do, how to do it. It was just a matter of putting in the effort and getting it done. I was pretty stressed out, I'm not gonna lie. During this whole fence build thing, Gary and I were chatting about all of the what ifs and the future and everything that had happened throughout the day. I don't know if you're like me, but working with my hands and being very physically active, I feel like it is so good for my stress levels, because when I'm really stressed out and I'm just working on something physically, my brain empties and all I'm thinking about now is the task at hand. I'm not really worried about what is going on. I'm just thinking about what I need to get done in that moment, and it helps me to decompress and to de-stress and to think clearer and to find better solutions to the problems and to figure out how to let go of the stress. And that's when I pray, and I don't know. It just helps me to stay busy. So I went ahead and finished tying up the welded wire to the T-post, and Gary made a makeshift gate for it, similar to the other makeshift gates that we have for all of our other temporary fencing. But we finished out the job, and now we were ready for whatever comes next. Well, y'all, it's been quite the adventure. I'm not sure if Gary explained everything that happened, but I will briefly, and then we're going to get her situated in the new area that Gary and I just put together real quick. Long story short, as you guys saw, Gary and I, we were busy doing all of the storage cleaning and stuff today. We come back up from cleaning out the storage shed, come up here to get some water, and Gary went and checked on Miss Ellie Mae, and she was inside the dog cage. Now, all day today,
she's been hanging out in the dog house. I said dog cage, but I meant the dog house, you know? And she's been kind of hanging out in there all morning today and all day. Well, when we got her, we kind of had a sneaking suspicion that she was pregnant. And so Gary and I, we were like, is she having babies? What's going on here, you know? Because he checked on her and there was definitely something hanging out of her from her hind end. We didn't know if it was an umbilical cord or what's going on with that. So Gary called me over. Mel, come over and check on this. So I come over and I look at it and I'm like, I don't know, man. I've never had goats before, but usually like all babies that I've seen, they always come out in a bubble, you know, like we've had cats, we've had dogs be born, and there's always a bubble. And then after the bubble is popped, then, you know, there's like the umbilical cord and stuff. So it looked like a big umbilical cord. So we thought she was having babies. I called Tara. I mean, immediately you can imagine like everything just went up to 1,000. And I ended up calling Tara and Jason over at White Rock. As I was on the phone with Tara, it started becoming more clear to me that there was definitely a medical situation happening, not just her having babies. I don't want to be so, I do have pictures and videos and stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to throw it in here or not because I know people are squeamish, but just to describe it, it looked like either an umbilical cord, like I said, but as I got closer and examined it more, it literally looked like her intestines were coming out of her. And I couldn't tell if it was coming out of, you know, number 1 or number 2. It was just open and stuff was hanging out. So I got off the phone with Tara, immediately called our vet's office in Booneville. Drive down the road, let them know exactly what's going on. And we live in such a really small, tight-knit community where a lot of people out here have livestock, so they service livestock all the time. And so Charlie looked at it and he was just like, wow, Mel, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, this isn't looking good. And I said, well, what happened? What could have happened, you know? He thinks that one of our dogs literally chewed her a new butt. So I'm not sure why that would have happened, like out of nowhere, because like I said, our dogs have been living with our goats this whole time. Everything's been fine. I know you want to come out, LMA. And I know, baby, I'm so sorry. They've been living together so fine, so good so far, you know, so we didn't think about having her added to the addition that it would cause any kind of grief, but you know, apparently it did, and I'm pretty sure that it was Luna. Like, I am 99% sure that it was Luna, just because Luna is the husky. She's got a different breed about her. Honestly, I feel absolutely horrendous. I took her down there immediately, and he cut off all of the stuff that was hanging outside of her, and he essentially had that piece go back inside of her, and then the exterior, her anus, basically he sewed back onto some of the exterior of her skin. So she has stitches now going on her anus, and our biggest thing that we have to worry about right now is her fighting infection and her making it the next 36 hours because of blood loss and just the trauma that she's been under. Now, when I went to the vet, he did all of the stitches and stuff under her, and he gave her a tetanus shot. I was trying to think of the word. He gave her a tetanus shot. He gave her some penicillin, and then he actually, like I said, gave her the stitches, and then he put this stuff on the outside of it, which he gave me to take home. And this is basically to cover up the stitch area and any of like the open wound. I'm also to spray this on it. I got to do this to her twice a day. And then he gave me some penicillin to take home with her, and I'm going to be doing this to her. It says 6 ml each day, back of thigh rotational. And then he did give me a vial of this, which I believe was an anti-inflammatory and pain medicine that I'm supposed to give to her in her neck. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start her on some of this medicine now. Guys, I cannot explain to you how devastating this is to us, how absolutely horrible, and how we were not expecting any of this to happen. We were having a great day cleaning, getting things done, and we heard nothing. We didn't hear any screams, no barking, no scuffle,
literally nothing. Like there was no reason for us to assume that this was going to happen. The other goats had lived with Luna for this whole time and everyone was getting along fine. So it's definitely, we could use the prayers. We really want her to be well and we really want her to make it through. The next 36 hours are going to be really intense for us with lots of TLC and care, and that's why we set off this area right here on the upper tier. This is going to be Ella May's spot for now, so she's close to the house. We can come back and forth and care for her, and she'll be separated away from the other goats and the other dogs. We moved all the dogs back down to the goat barn area, and we're gonna keep Cappy and Sir away from the other dogs for the time being as well, and they're just gonna stay up here.
Yeah.
And then we ended up putting Anthony and Roxanne's dogs back over in their kennel because we had moved them to make it easier on us while they were gone. It's just a lot right now, guys. It's a lot. I know that was kind of longer than I wanted it to be, but that's literally what's happening right now. And you know us, we try to be blunt and honest and forefront coming. Yeah, so let's give her some pain medicine really quick. Come on, Ella May, I know it. She's been through so much today and she doesn't even want to.
Oh.
There you go. I know it. I know it. There you go. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I know. I feel so bad for you. I know. I know. I know. I want to get you into your area, Miss Ella. Come on.
Okay, is there any more shots?
No, just the one shot for today. I have to do the penicillin rotational, and I got to actually get this in the refrigerator. Keep it cold.
Is this thing locked or?
No, just put it all back in here.
Ellie Mae, come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, Ellie Mae.
Come on, Ellie Mae. Come on. Come on.
Come on. I know, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't want that to happen to you. I'm so sorry. We're gonna give you a fighting chance. So while I wait for Gary to come back and help me get her out, there was one more thing that the vet did say. The vet, I asked him if he thought that she was pregnant, and he said that he doesn't know conclusively, but he thinks that she is pregnant. And that is where our next challenge is going to come. If she indeed is pregnant, there's no way that she is going to be able to have a natural birth given the circumstance. And we are going to cross that road when we get there. But he did essentially tell me to prepare to save the babies if that's a situation that it comes down to. And she's not even going for grain, man. Mamas? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's just get her out, baby.
I'm trying to be as gentle as possible with her.
I know.
Oh.
There you go. Well, I'm gonna walk her because she's not gonna follow the grain right now. I'm just gonna walk her. Come on. You've been through it, mamas. You've been going through it.
was definitely an eventful day.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah, I don't see how we could have foreseen that one happening.
No,
but
not at all. So it's unfortunate, but at the same time, very fortunate that we were able to catch it when we caught it. Glad that we have a vet that is so awesome, close to us. And
able to stitch her up, and now we pray, friends. Now we pray. We pray that she's okay. And you know, we're gonna see what the future holds when the future holds it, as far as what might happen if she's like all the what ifs. We are not going to worry about that right now.
No,
we're gonna literally just continue to take it day by day, because all that stress and what ifs you can't change anyway, and you gotta just give it to God, you know.
Give it up, and pretty much it. We've had a hard lesson today, that there ain't no way that we're gonna be having Luna in with the goats anymore.
No.
I think a lot of it, honestly, it was the fact that she was such a big goat, and that she was such a challenging goat towards all the other animals. I feel like that caused a bit more of an issue than what we were even anticipating. But now that that's happened once with Luna, I am really worried about having that happen again.
Yeah.
And that means we got to have a really close eye on the other two dogs. Because, like I said, I'm not 100% sure if it was Luna or not, but I'm pretty positive. I'm like 99% positive. So, yeah.
I feel guilty because I'm the owner of Luna and also Ellie Mae, and ultimately I own it because they're my animals and they're in our care, and you know,
it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate.
But on the bright side, friends, she's still kicking right now. We're gonna keep it the next 32 hours. We're gonna keep a good eye on her.
Stay positive.
I'm gonna do everything the vet said. I'm gonna, you know, there's that. But we don't want to end our video on a negative note, friends. We would like to end with some positivity. So we're gonna wrap this thing around to some positivity, and with that, here's Gary. Yay!
We got a clean storage unit again.
Yay!
With camp stuff, I got some stuff in here that I'm going to be utilizing here real soon, so I didn't want to put that in the cabin. We utilize space that doesn't need to be taken up, you know. There's a lot of space in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, there's a lot. We got all our camping stuff
in one spot.
I got the new weed eater right here, easily accessible, 4-wheeler, you know.
Yeah, no.
You can actually start storing stuff in here.
Kids can put their bikes in here if they wanted. We could park the side-by-side in here if we wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the possibilities. And it's cleaned and gone through, and now we have a giant load in the back of the flatbed trailer. But it's all right. We're gonna make a dump trip here soon, but I thought I'd let you check it out and see how much we got going on in here. Now granted, this is ours and Country Road Cure stuff because they had a little bit of stuff in there before, but we definitely have a dump trip now. Crazy. We had so much stuff to go through and to, you know, throw away and reorganize and stuff like that. But I'm glad we did it because now we have a better understanding of, you know, like what we have and what we've been holding on to and what we don't need to hold on to anymore, and adjust it accordingly.
Yep.
Sorry, we're picking up the last minute little bit of stuff before we head back towards the house.
That way.
Yeah.
So, a lot of back and forth. A lot of back and forth today.
We definitely get our steps in, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie.
Sitting inside
I'm
your new
gonna sit in
blind.
that blind and not have to worry about anything but if a deer walks in front of me. What a day today.
What a day.
What a day.
Hey, we won't have to do this very soon.
Well, we're almost out of this phase.
Yeah, almost.
Where was it? That's a little bit less.
A little less
A
wobbly.
little less wobbly. I'll let you go first, baby. So
Oh.
hold the ladder.
Thanks, babe.
Now it's dark up here, so.
Yeah, we'll do our best. We will do our best. Now, like Gary said, it is dark in here. But we ended up moving a lot of our stuff that was in our storage and the storage tents that we want to keep for safekeepings that are, you know, family heirloom type things, stuff that we've had since we were children type things. Ooh, that's a better light. Maybe we'll work this way. That works out a little better. But we wanted to keep some of the stuff that was like family heirloom type stuff. We wanted to keep stuff that is irreplaceable to us, you know, and we wanted to get it out of that storage tent and into a safer place from the elements. And we figured, what a better place than the cabin?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of the stuff moved on up here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We still have to go through these drawers and this right here, but at least now we can do it under a nice, you know, roof.
Yeah.
We can open up the windows.
Rain or
let the
shine.
Fan go, and we can get through this whenever.
Yep. And we will be doing that soon because we're not going to want to clutter up our working area. We do have to still work in here. But for the time being, having it be over there in the stairs area is perfect because it still gives us all this space to work around and to do stuff. Keeps it out of our way. And then when the time comes for us to put the stairs in from the basement up to the cabin, we'll shuffle it onto the other side of the room and just keep dealing with it until further notice.
No further notice. It's
Yeah.
It's getting there, man. I'm really digging it.
Yeah.
I'm happy that we got all that situated.
Me too. It's a big check off the old list.
Now we can really focus on the cabin
Yep.
and everything else. We got. Wasn't expecting the situation today, but we had to deal with that immediately. So
Hey, you know,
it is what it is.
everything happens for a reason. I'm not sure of the reason at the moment, but I'm sure that it will come to me eventually.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
So we are gonna get rolling with this video though, friends. I have a lot of stuff inside the house now that I need to wash. Lots of bedding and blankets and things that we found, and winter is coming. So I wanna get all that stuff situated. There's some fall clothing and stuff in there that I wanna get washed. I got a lot of laundry, essentially. I got a lot of laundry to do now. And once I kind of do all that laundry, then again, I can do another culling of the items. Yep. And I was able, this whole thing, one of the big pushes for us to do this was so that way I can get out my fall decorations. I was able to get the fall decorations out. They are not put out because obviously today's been a day, but that's gonna come this weekend, and I'm really excited to be able to get into the festive fall feeling. You know, get my basic pumpkin spice latte going.
Mm-hmm.
My basic white girl action, you know.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, so I don't know. Today's been a doozy, friends. We're gonna wrap this one up. We'll be bringing you guys along for a lot of other things coming down the pipe. Tomorrow starts buck season, or buck bow hunting season, right?
Early buck season.
There it is.
For this weekend, and this weekend only, basically until September 28th.
Yeah.
And then from there it's like normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it because
I hope you get it.
it's early buck season, and yeah, I didn't have the best luck last season, so I'm hoping that this season is a bit of a difference for me.
Well, with all the bad luck we had today, you are in for some good luck for tomorrow, babe.
I hope.
You are. You are. So we're gonna wrap this one up. Wish Gary luck with the old deer season tomorrow.
Yep.
We'll be bringing you guys along for much of that, I'm sure. And we're actually gonna start working on the front mudroom here within the next couple of days.
Yes.
But right now, my big MO and my big thing that we need to do is watch out for LMA. And I need to go through all of the stuff inside the house. So
Yeah.
while Gary's hunting, that's what I'm gonna be doing. But
Yep.
yeah.
So
Anyway, I'm a long goodbyer. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being there for us, for all of your guys' kind words.
Thank you for your love and support. We really appreciate you guys. And until the next one, friends, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Play later.